We're on Broome Street, leaving Little Italy, going into SoHo. For those who don't know, SoHo is an area that's south of Houston Street, hence the name. It's a Saturday, so tons of shoppers. For the most part, what you do in SoHo is you go shopping. Now check out the beautiful, distinctive architecture. Big windows. Initially, this was meant for low-income housing. You could house a lot of people in one of these apartments. So they're created. Would you say just basic architecture? You have exposed brick walls. Flooring, ceilings, huge ceilings. So it became a thing, and although a huge part of it is residential, you can still see a lot of shops that have taken over upper levels. They have offices. Broome is a little bit of a main artery, and the difficult thing about SoHo is these type of roads. To make it a little bit hard to ride. A lot of vibration. I know it's not good for my bike, but still beautiful. And so, because each floor is have a significant size, you can see the fire escapes are significantly large. And that's one of the typical things that attract people from the architecture standpoint. There's a lot of part of the fashion industry is here. Photographers, a lot of model agencies. I used to work around here, and you could not set foot outside without bumping into runway models, both male and female. And yes, you can see the latest fashion trends. It's people wearing their Balenciaga and Supreme clothing. Incredible how it maintains a lot of the charm. People hear SoHo, and they find it so bougie, so just connected to quality. There are areas in other places around the world that have renamed their neighborhoods to SoHo, or included the name SoHo in some other. In Buenos Aires, you have like Palermo SoHo, which is bizarre because it means south of Houston Street. It has a specific meaning, but why take it literal when you can connect it to what the essence of what it is. One bedroom apartment would fall and like $8,000 range a month. A month, just making sure. Incredibly expensive. So, one particular street in Soho is this one. It's West Broadway. It's a two-way street. It's the only two-way street in this neighborhood. The architecture just falls under the same category. Still, you can see big windows. Not so much on this side anymore. And it's got like newer architecture that tends to be like that. You have a few art galleries. La Durée is right here. Been here for about 4 years. Catering to the crowd that would partake. I love their macaroons, don't get me wrong. You got the Cipriani downtown here. Which is, yeah, it's empty. What is this? We're the millionaires in this town. Where are they? Where's it they go to in winter? St. Bart's? Everyone's in St. Bart's. And then in summer they're in the Hamptons, and they're usually here just in the best time to be here, which is spring and fall. Here, this place isn't popular anymore. But oh my god, they had a huge line of people. It's like Black Tap Burgers. They invented these incredible milkshakes, like, you know, chocolate cake milkshake, and they put a giant piece of cake on top. The city is kind of empty today. Has been for a couple of weeks now, which I'm really truly enjoying. And the weather has been nicer. Fluctuates. We're expecting rain today, but not bad. Tomorrow I may do another following Peggy video. Maybe head out to Queens. And this was also super famous a few years ago, Dominique and Cell Bakery. They created the cronut, if you remember that correctly. And so it's all about fashion. It's all about what's in. I mean, up to a couple of years ago, you still see lines. I'm sure there's from time to time you see lines there. They have other things that are absolutely delicious. Going back to the hustle and bustle. Here's West Broadway again. We're crossing it to go to the other side of Soho and go up Lafayette. This was one of the areas that felt so apocalyptic during the pandemic. So as you see, it's always alive. It's got traffic, people, shopping. It's the juxtaposition of things. But here it is, back like nothing happened. And this traffic is probably due to the Chinese New Year celebrations, Lunar Year. What? This is a very thin bicycle, and so it helps me get in between cars and go through it. It took me a while to figure out how much space I really need. It's the only way. It is the only way. This street has a lot of potholes. So that's Balthasar over here. French restaurant, great steak frites. It's gone downhill, unfortunately. There's a lot of other places I'd rather go to, but their bakery is still pretty great. They sell bread to a lot of restaurants. Here's Lafayette. It's kind of a wider street as well. That will take us from SoHo into NoHo, which means we'll cross Houston Street in a second. NoHo is north of Houston, you guessed it. San Ambroise, you always see really bougie people.
I don't know, but it's
Celebrities love just coming here for brunch. It's not so much about affordability with a place like San Ambroise. It has to do with how can you get a fucking reservation. A friend just mentioned that a good way to do it is to call and pretend that you are your own assistant. I'm like, bro. And say, yeah, Andres has an opening in his schedule. And just pretend you're some sort of celebrity. I'm yet to try that. It could be an interesting approach. Staple for all cyclists outdoors is REI. I mean, it's a huge store. It goes down 3 levels, and it has everything you can think of for climbing, cycling, all sorts of outdoors clothes, workout clothes. There's a lot more. Houston Street. Somewhat of a staple are these billboards. They're always very impacting, beautiful. Look at that. Remember one famous with Justin Bieber in his underpants. A lot of celebrities end up in that. Just as the one you have in LA on Sunset. I think that's the equivalent to ours. Levain Bakery, next to the newly opened Los Tacos #1. When you don't see a line outside of Levain, people lining up for cookies, you know the city's empty. Now we're into NoHo territory. So thank you for watching. Appreciate you all. Subscribe if you haven't. Try my best to give you some interesting content and talk. Oh fuck, Lafayette, look at this plane. Did you see that? Did you see that?